fire at Gorong, he simply ran inside and killed the crew with a rock because he was out of ammunition.
He killed them with a rock because they were out of ammunition. Now the scriptures talk about how the house of David, they was able to throw and hurl, shoot bows and arrows, experts at war, able to hurl stones on both sides with left and right hand. First Chronicles 12:2. They were armed with bows and could use both the right hand and the left, and hurling stones and shooting arrows out of a bow, even of Saul's brethren of Benjamin. They will hurl stones on both hands, shoot bows and arrows. Agile, man. We was once a warlike people. When Yahushua was with the house of David, we was unstoppable, man, through the spirit, man. We were destroying these other nations, slaughtering them, man. Bashing them into submission. And that's coming again. Lord, give us that spiritual powers.
Adrian Carton de Wiart. If Marvel was ever looking for someone to command Captain America...
Yeah, the whole world's going to marvel. Hey, when Yahushua will raise up the house of David, the whole world's going to marvel. When Yahushua was doing his works, his wonders and miracles, the people marveled. Where do you think Marvel got the name Marvel from, man? The scriptures, man. These devils know what the deal is. They know what time it is.
They should turn to Adrian Carton de Wiart. This British soldier survived 3 major wars, was shot several times, and even survived 2 plane crashes. When he was captured, he simply tunneled his way out of the prison camp. When a doctor refused to amputate his mangled fingers, Carton de Wiart simply tore them off himself. During World War I, the one-eyed, one-armed officer fought alongside his men, pulling the pins of grenades with his teeth. He just couldn't be killed, leaving us to think he was half Rambo and maybe half Terminator.
Yeah, half Rambo, half Terminator. He couldn't be killed. When that time comes, when the Lord raises up, you devils ain't gonna kill us, man, because the scriptures say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And it says also in Isaiah 59:19, right? Oh, let me bring that out, man. Say, I didn't even have that scripture in mind, but bring it out. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. So when you devils come in to hurt the prophets, that's when the Lord's going to give us the spiritual powers to fuck you up and bust your shit up. And he going to make us Terminators. Yahushua gonna make his fishers into hunters. He gonna turn his fishers into hunters. Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, say the Lord, and they shall fish them. That's what we're doing now. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So we're fishermen now. That's the balance. He's gonna turn us into hunters, man. When he gives us that power, he's gonna turn us into Terminators and Rambos. Spiritual Rambos and Terminators. And you devils ain't gonna do a fucking thing about it too. You're gonna get destroyed, man. Esau and the other heathen nations.
Yogendra Singh Yadav. We can't overlook India's contribution when talking about real-life Rambos. Yogendra Singh Yadav definitely fits the bill. In 1999, during the Kargil War, Yadav volunteered to scale the side of a mountain in order to secure...
Hey, shit, Goliath was a real-life Rambo. He got destroyed from a nobody, like King David. Showing you the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. He deals with the low, with the nobodies, man.
Rope for the rest of the men to climb up. As he climbed the rock, enemy forces opened fire. Yadav was shot 3 times but carried onward through the bullets and the rockets. Reaching the top, he charged one bunker and killed everyone with a grenade. He then attacked a second bunker, reportedly using his ice axe and fists to finish the job. Erich Hartmann. While there are more than a few real-life Rambos running around on the ground, some even existed in the air. Enter German fighter ace Erich Hartmann. Amazingly, Hartmann flew the entire Second World War, survived, and ended up racking up an astounding 352 victories in the air. It's a record which remains tops in the world. He crashed countless times and even served time in a Russian prison camp. After the war, rather than say he'd had enough, Hartmann rejoined the West German Luftwaffe. Leo Major.
Hey, Yahushua said he said he's gonna have wings as eagles. We're gonna fly like Hancock. Remember when Hancock flew? Bring that out, man. Vibration's sake. That time is coming, man. Isaiah 40 and 30. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, meaning fly, man, like Hancock. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. The movie Hancock showed you that, man. He had the spiritual powers, and he was unstoppable, man. And he had the eagle on his scully. He was unstoppable, Hancock. Lords were raising him 144,000 Hancocks, man. Gods.
Soldiers can say they captured an entire city by themselves. Leo Major sure can. The Canadian was built of stern stuff, given he lost an eye in Normandy and suffered a broken back in Belgium. In 1945, he then entered the German-occupied city of Zwolle by himself. Rather than return to base and report on the situation, Major went full-on Rambo, running through the city, shooting his gun, throwing grenades, and capturing dozens of stunned German soldiers. By the next morning, there were no Germans to be seen in the city, as Major had scared the rest out of town. Audie Murphy. An American legend, Audie Murphy is a name any U.S. serviceman recognizes. His record lists continual run-ins with enemy soldiers, machine guns, and snipers. In January 1945, Murphy's unit was stationed in Alsace, where they were suddenly attacked by hundreds of German troops and several tanks. Releasing his inner Rambo, Murphy jumped up on a blazing tank and fired his machine gun at the advancing enemy. Wounded, he held the position for an hour and killed dozens of enemy troops. Needless to say, acts like this helped him to become America's most decorated soldier. Simo Häyhä. Stealthy and often operating alone in the cold wilderness of Finland, Simo Häyhä earned his nickname of the White Death. You see, as a Finnish sniper, Häyhä faced off against the Red Army when they invaded Finland in 1939. Over the course of 100 days, it is reported that he killed well over 500 Russian soldiers using just his rifle and...
He killed over 500 soldiers in his rifle and no special scopes, man. Now that's these heathen nations. How much more for the House of David, man? And they wasn't using no snipers and scopes. It was in your fucking face, man. Agility, spiritual powers, man. Moving as lightning. Killing his tens of thousands, man. Being precise and agile, man. These are heathen nations. How much more for the House of David, man? That the Lord's about to raise up very, very soon.
No special scopes. Making it even more impressive, he performed his task in temperatures often dipping towards -40 degrees. In March 1940, Häyhä's war ended when a Russian bullet shattered his left cheek and jaw. Nonetheless, he remains the leading sniper in history when it comes to confirmed kills. Well, to be honest...
Hey, man, that's the times we're living in, man. We're living at that time. That Yahweh Shai is heavy. The death angel, man. You know? Death angel, angel of death. It's heavy because this Ishmaelite's name is Abu Israel. Which them Ishmaelites, you're gonna get your asses kicked too. When the angel of death, the destroyer, comes see you, Yahweh Shai's second coming, he gonna destroy your asses, man. Your Ishmaelites gonna get it too. You so-called Arabs, which means mixture. So-called Middle Eastern, which that's a new term. I believe that term came out in the 1800s. Arab means mixture. No, you're the Ishmaelites. The real angel of death, the death angel, the destroyer, the Grim Reaper is going to come get your asses too, man. We forgot about you Ishmaelites too. We concentrate on Esau so damn much. We forget about you Hamites and you Ishmaelites and your other heathen nations. Most High going to destroy you too. He's going to raise up his army, man. The Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. The real angel of death. The real 12 tribes of Israel. The real Rambo. The Rambo's coming back, Yahweh Shai. The King of Kings, Yahweh Shai. And the Rambo under him is King David. And they're going to get busy on you nations. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. 1 Chronicles 12:8. And the Gadites that separate themselves unto David into the whole of the wilderness, men of might and men of war, fit for the battle. Men of war fit for the battle that could handle shield and buckler, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and were as swift as the roes upon the mountains, man. The Lord's raising up an army, man. A spiritual army. The house of David, man. We at the end of this thing, man. The destroyer, Al-Shadia, terrible demon-like power, is coming back to put you Edomites, you Hamites, you Ishmaelites, you Moabites, you Ammonites, you Japhites, in slavery, man. 2/3 of our people, you ain't gonna make it. If you're not bringing the book of life, you're not gonna go into them chariots, or you're gonna stay down here in this America. When the King of Kings comes back, man, the Grim Reaper comes with that swinging that shekel, man. We at the door, the time of the Passover, the 7 days of unleavened bread, that storm, the biggest storm since '93. The biggest storm of the century. That's what they're saying. And that storm is coming. What's that storm? That hell. the concentration camps, the race riots, the food shortages, the pestilence, the war, the RFID chip, the Third World War that's at the door. War's in the air and war's coming, man. The second war and the third war coming quickly. Third World's War. Go Lord Yahweh Shem and Shalom.